My name is Sebastian, I run Servership24, and in this video I want to show you 10 things we fixed in our company with the help of AI and some vibe coding. Starting with some super simple stuff everybody can copy. Moving to some medium level stuff absolutely everyone can copy. And we are ending with some pretty advanced things that everyone can copy too. I promise. Let's get into it. This one is easy because all I need to do is press and hold this button. I'm much faster at talking than typing, especially in my mother tongue German. And if I release the button again, you will see the text appear in no time, without typos and even with formatting if suitable. There are a lot of free apps that do this. I use Whisperflow, but there are also a lot of free options. Just search for Whisper or Dictation app. And if you haven't tried those latest generations of dictation apps, you should. I love learning by watching YouTube videos, but I also only have 24 hours, so I need to triage quite a lot. To soften my fear of missing out, this is what I do a few times a day. I just copy the URL and paste it into my favorite AI, in this case it's ChatGPT, and it will find the transcript itself, and sometimes you have to paste it in manually. If you have to, down there is the link, show transcript, and then you have it up there. Also, I have this ongoing chat with basically the prompt, hey, go and get the transcript for every YouTube video I paste, summarize for me what are the key takeaways, what can I apply today, and what is especially useful for me. This only works because in this case ChatGPT knows a lot about me. Sometimes half an hour video becomes 5 useful bullet points, and that's exactly what's happening here. I can really scan this quite fast and see there's nothing groundbreaking for me, and I can move on. I have a secret to share. AI never gets tired of her questions and it never judges you. So when you don't understand something, just ask. Explain it simply. Give me an example. Explain like I'm 5. Why does that matter? I learned so much from AI by just asking when I didn't understand fully. The moment you start asking, you start learning. And this works with every AI, and this removes the biggest friction from learning, the fear to ask because it might sound dumb. We've all been there, right? And all you need to do is explain like I'm 5, and you get a better explanation. If that is not enough, just ask again. One comment from the editing room, this is especially useful when coding and vibe coding, because you can get an understanding of what he's building for you, and you should do that. And this directly leads to the next point on my list. AI as a personal language coach. Some of our employees want to improve their English or German if it's not their mother tongue. And in the past we had teachers, classes, schedules, mixed skill levels, and it's always awkward timing, right? But now with AI, you can teach every person individually, whenever they have time. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, late at night, 50 minutes 3S time, speaking, reading, writing, corrections, vocabulary, whatever is the area that you need to improve the most. Therefore, we now have one dedicated AI learning machine that everyone can take, and we are currently trying out a few different options of dedicated AI learning apps and also just plain ChatGPT. And in a few weeks from now, I will have some experience with it. If you have any questions, just reach out to me. I'm happy to help. Every few years, I have to update my credit card information. Super annoying. But this time, I just gave my transaction history to Claude and said, please take this credit card statement and give me a list sorted by importance and frequency. Also research the latest link to the part of the website where I can change my credit card information, because that is what I have to do. And this is fake data, obviously. It now takes a moment or two. All I have to do now is work through this list and not work through going through the whole statement page by page and check if there's something important on page 17 that I missed. And because I have the links, it even goes much faster. So lots of time saved. And that's really a prime example that you can use AI for. Super simple, boring admin stuff. And all you have to do is give him the right context and ask for what you need. I assume everyone watching this video knows what vibe coding is, but if not, it's basically telling the AI what kind of program or website you want to have. For example, all I said was generate the front page of a project management software for internal company improvements, and it did this in a few minutes without any more input from my side. And if you want to change something, you just give it the vibe. Make it more look like a vacation on Hawaii. It's a little bit stupid, but I wanted to show why it's called vibe coding. We are not only talking about appearance, it's also the features and properties of the software that can be talked into existence. And look at this, now we have our improvement tracker Hawaii edition. So that's vibe coding. What you just saw was Claude Code running in its own macOS application. What you now see is Claude Code running on my server, and I interact with it with a so-called terminal. Don't be intimidated, it's almost the same, it just looks different. I just asked Claude Code to make suggestions how to enhance our SEO performance on one of our websites, and it spit out those three, and I can just say, please put it on my Todoist inbox. And I have connected Claude with my Todoist by just giving him an API key. It is now, as you can see, live and in real time, making these to-dos, putting them into Todoist. It can also change them and rename them, and everything you can do in Todoist, Claude Code can do for you. Editing Sebastian again. Yesterday, Claude published an official Todoist connector, so you can use the same thing I'm showing with Claude Code also from your regular Claude chats, which is awesome. One thing I've learned is AI is especially good at research. And the beautiful part is the output of the research can be directly the input for a coding session. I'll show you. For example, in this case, we wanted to build an internal time tracking system. So I asked Claude to send out research agents and look at the current solution we're using and the biggest competitors, and asked it to research all the features they have. Also, I asked it to generate a dynamic website with all the features it found and give me a chance to toggle on and off which feature I want to have, to then generate a structured text file, which I then really just copy pasted into the coding session. To get to this level of detail, that would have taken me 10 hours at least, and I'm sure the quality this way is better. And one interesting part here is, the whole thing here is one-time use. I'll throw it away afterwards. And that's only possible because the building of that software was basically free. And that's exactly what I want you to do. Build internal tools. Fast, small, easy, one-time use if necessary. Websites, browser extensions, Python scripts, whatever. Sometimes you can even copy big open source tools and adapt it to your situation. In the past, it was always like, this software, it's almost perfect. It won't work because of. And custom software mostly was too expensive or did take just too much time. And now we can just talk it into existence. This tool prints our invoices and our production orders exactly the way we need it. And this sounds ridiculous, but it was not possible before. This saves one of my employees over half an hour a day. And the funny thing is, the first version was built in less than half an hour. We built internal KPI trackers for things like cycle time or other performance KPIs, exactly tailored to the processes we have, not the other way around. This tool to manage coding sessions, it was a Mac app and I converted it to a web app on my server in one prompt. We even built an internal food ordering system so everyone gets what he wants, and it's as little as work as possible, even for the delivery guy. And this one was fun. When I struggled to explain one-piece flow and the problem with buffers, I built a simulation and it helped a lot. And I even can play around with different scenarios. And that's what I love about vibe coding. Suddenly, the software adapts to me and my company. And now the biggest unlock of them all. Just like always in Lean, it might start with the leaders, but it should absolutely not stop there. For decades, software was never directly built on the Gemba. We all know the people closest to the problems have the best ideas, but someone else was paid to build the solution. Now, software can actually be developed on the Gemba by the people on the Gemba. This is a game changer. We already have more than a handful of employees with zero programming experience using our internal vibe coding environment. Fun fact, the vibe coding environment was vibe coded itself. We even built a local AI server so we can work with customer data without privacy concerns. And even the people that do not vibe code themselves have a direct way to submit bugs and feature requests. The moment they realize how quick the vibe coding genie can grant their wishes, the ideas start pouring in. I have personally seen improvements that would have been completely unreasonable just 1 year ago. I've even built smartphone apps that might turn into real products. And I want to be as clear as possible. As a lean company, fast change is in our DNA. But vibe coding has opened a time window where individuals and companies can move dramatically faster than before. And for a short while, probably much faster than your competition. At least until all this gets common knowledge. So fix what bugs you and happy vibe coding.